Good morning. I'm Robin from Spirit of the Lotus. And it's been a little bit of a rocky weekend for me. I don't know about you. It's been a time for me to do a lot of meditating, a lot of reading. I've been bored. I've been in the garden. I've talked to people on the phone. And I have struggled with wanting to know what to do with myself. I don't know, can you relate? It's really been an amazing time of wanting to accomplish a whole lot and yet kind of wanting to just curl up curl up and be comfortable in my own skin and in my own time of this being alone. Certainly have done some cleaning too, gotten rid of a whole lot of clutter, and even tried to figure out how to put this laptop in the garden room so that you could be in the midst of all the garden, all of the plants and the greenery and the sacred space that's there. And instead, I just try to continue to make this space a little bit more sacred. So for years, I've been doing distance work. I've been doing one-on-one in my place here, on a table with all of the tools in the toolbox, talking, subconscious communication, hands-on. But right now, when people are trying to stay apart, I've really focused on my distance work. And that's been amazing. When I get out of my own way and go into this place that I can't call anything other than meditative state, for lack of knowing what to call it, into this quantum field that allows me to be connected to anything I put my mind to. When I'm able to connect with another person that has given me permission, that really wants to see change and really wants to figure out if there's more. It is miraculous. What I'm getting the biggest kick out of, and frustration and aggravation, is that a huge amount of my clients are other practitioners, which I love. Don't get me wrong, I love working with other practitioners. But as a practitioner myself, and as I work with other practitioners, I realize that our own programming, our own amount of learning that we have, our belief systems, our faith and trust is not allowing us to go as deep as we should be. Literally, I had a client last week that asked for a freebie and said, listen, it's not because I don't know, can I have the freebie anyways? And when I went to process through, I got a flat no, I'm not going there. I'm not going to do that. Okay then, not a problem. When we disconnect from the ability to receive, when we believe we already know it all, we lose the ability to find out what really exists in the infinite, in the ways that none of us know. And it's okay. That person wasn't ready, didn't want to go there, thought it was going to be painful, and thought it was going to be a repeat of the pain that they'd witnessed and felt numerous times before. I get it. I totally understand. Nobody wants to go there. And I've been in that position where, God, I had really judged what had happened to me in the past with very strict lenses. And had somebody not been kind enough, thoughtful enough, gentle enough to ease me through my own fears, my own judgments, I would have remained in a place of stasis. I would have continued down the rabbit hole of fear, and through the pain would have not gotten any better. I definitely would have continued to be sick. And there's still stuff that I've got to work on. I think it is, in fact, a never-ending thing. But when we flatly refuse and just say, no, I'm not going there. Great boundaries. Great boundaries. I really applauded that person for their boundaries because, man, I don't have any of those really that well. I'm working on them. But, you know, the need to try everything for me is something that I continue to work on. Where am I going with this? I truly believe that there are numerous, infinite possibilities, and I've seen a very small fraction of these amazing, amazing potentials. For so many of my clients, they have had miraculous transformations, and they've been through a whole lot of stuff. A whole lot of stuff. Stuff that would break the back of many. And yet, with a little reframing, a lot of work, a lot of looking, digging, unearthing, a lot of gentleness for themselves. They have done amazing work. And they have seen shifts in their health, in their well-being, in their families, in the people around them. They have seen these miraculous shifts. So it doesn't matter how much training that you've had. It doesn't matter how much training I've had. It doesn't matter because there's always something new to learn. There's always just one word that can shift an entire being if we're willing to try. And when have you given up trying? Or when have you become so stuck in the knowing that nothing will ever get better that it's easier to bury it? Like for me, I was burying stuff and I didn't even get it. Like people would say to me, you know, you're eating for other reasons. It's not just because you love food. And I was like, no, sir, I really like Ben and Jerry's. I mean, for those of my clients that I've been with, I'm sorry, I'm going to turn off the volume on this. For those of you that have already heard this, I apologize, but literally it wasn't until I hit this place of being in so much pain and found myself just craving everything under the sun. Yeah, I liked Ben and Jerry's, but Ben and Jerry's was helping me cope with the pain that I was feeling every time I remembered what I was trying not to remember. So if you know that you're in a lot of pain and you just don't know where to go next, I encourage you to reach out to a psychiatrist, a psychologist, a trained person to a hands-on healer like I am, a medical intuitive, to someone who's intuitive, to someone who's empathic. Reach out to someone. And if that isn't working, reach out to someone different. The reason why I give one free distance healing to any family is because most people don't know if they're going to be conned or if they're going to be convinced of something they just don't want to know about. And so I get that there are a lot of con artists out there. I get that people believe spiritual beliefs in a lot of cases are woo-woo. I did in the beginning. I didn't know what I was seeing, what I was experiencing, how that I was learning, and yet day by day, the excitement built, and I focused more on what I was learning than I focused on what was around me. I focused more on those that were encouraging me than to my mind that was hoping that I would just bury it and it would go away. Find someone who shows you miracles, shows you that life has infinite potential and possibilities. Find the person or the recording that has the best meditation for you so that you can get out of your own way and just rest your body, mind, and spirit. Find someone that can help. And don't stop searching until you find the person that you're really comfortable with. That would be my greatest piece of advice I could give you. So how does that happen? Right now, there are so many people out there that are giving away freebies, right? There are people recording lessons like I am every day, well-known, not so well-known. There are people volunteering to help. I am giving away a free distance session and volunteering in a group of spiritual healers and mediums and empaths to help anyone who is really feeling lost and alone and vulnerable. And maybe you're not feeling lost, alone, and vulnerable. Maybe you're just in a place where you're just really angry. And that anger is leaving you stuck. I don't know. Today is Monday. And yesterday was Easter. And most of us had a way of celebrating that didn't materialize yesterday as normal. There was a new normal yesterday for a lot of people. And some, it wasn't normal at all. If you'd like to chat, just talk, let me know. If you're in a place where you really need to work through some old stuff, let's do a Zoom call. If you're ready for some past life work, because you've already done a lot of the surface work, well, then that's always fun too. I love doing past life work. I do past life journeys that will give you, normally in the time limit, we normally get 3 lifetimes and just before death and right after death. And everyone, I've never had someone who couldn't do it. I've never had anybody that wasn't able to do it, whether on the phone or in person. So it is as easy as saying, you know what? Let's try it. I'm interested. There's always something pretty cool to learn. And none of it has to be dramatic like on TV. You don't have to see nasty stuff and relive horrendous stuff. Sometimes it's just, most times, 95% of the time, it's very normal things that have a big impact because you see it from different perspectives, different dimensions. So if I can encourage you to do anything today, I'd encourage you to be in contact with somebody new, somebody you know, a friend, a family member. There's so much going on right now. Like my son's down in Georgia, and I got the call yesterday that said, Mom, I'm expecting some pretty bad weather tonight. And there are tornadoes and there are earthquakes, and people are scared, lost, and alone all over for different reasons. And that's not something new. That's something that somebody is experiencing, usually someplace. So life is too short. Find somebody to talk to. Begin a transition that will bring your life into all new realms. Miracles do happen. Miracles happen every single day. It doesn't matter if it's cancer. It doesn't matter if it's your love life. It doesn't matter if it's abundance and money or more clients. Miracles happen all the time. They become daily life when you see them more than once. So let's change miracles into reality and moments into spectacular times. Will you join me? If you want more information, please check out my YouTube. I have some meditations, some journeys. My website is www.spiritofthelotus.org. And I'd love to have you subscribe and watch to see what's coming out next. I noticed my drumming was a little rough on the microphone I had, so I'm getting a new one. A couple days it should be here, and we'll try it again. Anyways, for today, I send you hugs, and I hope you reach out and have fun. Aho.